Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. I have a very special guest with us today, Vernell Watts, founder of Fortune 800. Vernell, go ahead and tell us a little bit about yourself and what Fortune 800 is all about.
Awesome. Thank you for having me, Kelly. So with Fortune 800, I got started in the credit repair industry right when I was 18. I worked for another
Mhm.
credit repair company, and I was selling the product good and doing about 10,000 a month in business, and I was doing really well. And at the peak of my success in the business and with the company, I had came to realize that the company was actually scamming people, and everyone who was getting their credit repaired was actually ended up getting sued. So my aunt, she got sued on a car loan for 20,000 that she had 15 years ago, and a bunch of my other clients ended up getting sued, and I couldn't have my
Mhm.
name attached to it. So my company, Fortune 800, we're credit repair and credit repair software. We can either do the credit repair for you using our software and our systems, or we can give access to the software and systems for a monthly payment, and we give you access to how we dispute. We give you training and a whole vault of different letters that you can use in order to get your credit back in order. And what makes us? No, I don't think you didn't mention that. I'm getting way too ahead of myself. I'm getting way too ahead of myself. But as far as I wrote a book about credit repair, and it highlights my experience working for the other company, and it also
Mhm.
uh, gives people the information that they need to help them repair their credit, because my company isn't all just about money. I want to give everyone who wants to hear the information and the way it is as far as your credit and getting your credit repaired, who want to hear the truth. I want them to have access to that. So that's why I wrote my book, Cracking the Code.
Yeah, that's awesome. And it's so awesome to connect with other business owners that have their core values align with their business rather than just making money off of people,
Right.
regardless of it's at their expense or whatever. So, could you give us a little bit of an insight on what makes Fortune 800 different from the other credit repair companies?
Yeah, so the other credit repair companies, especially the one that I worked for, they would take anybody. If you wanted to sign up, they take you. We go through a process of qualifying you for our services, because let's say you just had 10 late payments last month and you come to me and you say you
Hmm.
want to get your credit repaired. Most companies would be like, oh, okay, and have you pay whatever their monthly fee is forever. But my company, we're going to actually do an analysis of your credit report and see if we can actually help you, and let you know on the phone straight up if we're able to help you or not. Most companies just want to bring on whoever, because they tell their salespeople, hey, if you just bring on whoever, you can build a residual income. And the goal is to keep you in as long as possible. With other companies, with my company, the goal is to get you in and out as fast as possible and get your credit repaired as fast as possible, so you can get that new car, new home, or whatever it is that you wanted when you got started. The goal is to get you
Hmm.
in and out as quick as possible. It's not just about keeping you on a monthly payment cycle, and I call it the monthly payment hamster wheel. You keep paying, you keep paying, you keep paying, and there's no results, and you're wondering what's
Yeah.
going on, and it's been a year and nothing's been removed. If we can't get anything removed, we'll tell you. If we can't help you, we'll tell you, because there's a certain profile as far as your credit, and certain things that we have to see that we know we can correct before we can say, hey, we can do this, that, and that. And we give you a timeline, and we will tell you if you can repair your credit on your own. If your process is really simple, like we get on the phone and I look at your credit report and this is real simple, you would need a professional to do this. We have a do-it-yourself program that works the same way as done for you program, because you can get access to that same strategy and those same dispute letters that we would use if you were a client with us, done for you.
Hmm. Yeah, that's awesome. Super solid. So, give us a. I know you had mentioned you just wrote your book, Cracking the Code, and I
Hmm.
actually purchased one. I haven't started reading it yet, but I'm super excited to crack into it. Give us a little bit of insight on, why people should read it and what little golden nuggets are in there.
Right. So the main reason I think that people should read it is there's two sides of the fence when it comes to your credit. There's people who are being taken advantage of as far as their credit, and people who are benefiting. The people who are being taken advantage of are the people who are getting signed up with these credit repair companies and paying a monthly payment for a year, people who are going to payday loan centers, check cashing centers, title loan centers, and getting super high interest rates on personal loans, 110% on a personal loan. But there's also another side of it to where you can actually benefit from your credit. People who are getting low interest rate car loans, low interest rate credit cards, 0% introductory rate credit cards, low home loan rates, and they're benefiting from their credit. And the only thing that separates one side from the other is the proper information and the consistent application of that information. So if you were to get your hands on the proper information and apply it, you can easily go from one side of the fence to the other.
Hmm. That's awesome. So how long have you had Fortune 800 as of right now?
We've been in business for about 8 months.
Awesome.
8 months, yeah.
So yeah, just based on what I've seen, what you're doing on social media, it looks like you've made huge momentum over just within the past few months. Where do you think Fortune 800 will be like 5 or 10 years from now?
I think from 5, 10 years from now, I think it'll totally change the credit repair industry, and it'll start to weed out those who aren't truthful in the industry and those who aren't being
Hmm.
transparent, because 98% of the companies out there, that's the case. Some of the top people in my industry, the credit repair industry, that I've paid money to learn from, uh, it's very different than people who are bottom feeding off people who don't know the process. They don't know anything about their credit. They're bottom feeding just like these payday loan companies, and they're no different, because
Hmm.
they're trying to exploit someone's ignorance or a lack of
Yeah.
information on a certain subject. And for my company, as far as long term, I see us growing way beyond any of these other companies, because we're empowering people with the right information, and we're not just about money. I have a actual purpose for running this business. I got really upset when the people who were close to me ended up losing a lot of money, getting sued. Like my aunt, who got sued on the car loan for $20,000, she ended up getting her wages garnished from her check. And I don't want
Oh,
to see that happen to anyone else. So it's not just about money, but in 5 to 10 years, it'll be a household name as far as credit repair. If you know anything about credit repair, you'll hear about Fortune 800.
yeah, that's awesome. I'm super excited to see what that's going to do in the future and how it's going to impact people's lives and empower them to have that information. So, well, I appreciate you coming on here and joining us today. It was a pleasure having you. For those of you who have any credit repair needs, go check out Vernell's stuff. I'll have his contact information in the bio, and I'll see you guys next time.
See you guys.